Elon Musk just announced SpaceX encountered something strange. What did SpaceX find? Besides NASA, SpaceX is the second most well-known name in space technology and travel. And with hundreds of successful rocket and satellite launches to its credit, you would expect that the company must have encountered their fair share of strange phenomena in space. Keep watching this video, as SpaceX boss Elon Musk has just announced that they've encountered something weird. What you need to know about SpaceX. Who hasn't heard of Elon Musk? Billionaire, entrepreneur, and investor. He's only 51 years old and already worth an estimated $210 billion. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, this makes him the richest person in the world. This phenomenal tech whiz and angel investor, who is responsible for Tesla Motors, also started SpaceX in 2002, a firm that specializes in aerospace manufacturing and space transport services. SpaceX is also a spacecraft manufacturer, space launch provider, and satellite communications company. Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy launch vehicles, multiple rocket engines, Cargo Dragon, cruise spacecraft, and the Starlink communications satellite are some of the company's best-selling products. To their credit, multiple missions have been sent into orbit by the Starlink satellite internet constellation. And, as one might expect, space enthusiasts have been glued to the broadcasts of these missions since their initial takeoff. Interestingly, it has been discovered that several SpaceX spacecrafts have encountered mysterious objects, which some believe is proof of the existence of extraterrestrial life. Elon Musk himself recently disclosed that one of SpaceX's cameras has been picking up an enormous object throughout their missions, but they have yet to determine what it is. This American spacecraft builder, launch provider, and satellite communications firm is headquartered in Hawthorne, California. Elon Musk established the company with the intention of lowering the cost of space travel in order to make the colonization of Mars economically feasible. Besides being responsible for creating the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, SpaceX is also behind the creation of the Starship launch vehicles, as well as many rocket engines, the Cargo Dragon and Crew Dragon spacecraft. SpaceX is also building an internet satellite network called Starlink. This service is being designed to offer broadband connectivity to businesses and consumers in any part of the world, even in the most remote locations. Over 3,300 tiny satellites made up the Starlink constellation at the end of 2022, making it the largest satellite constellation ever launched. Additionally, the tech giant is working on Starship, a super heavy-lift launch vehicle for planetary and orbital travel that is totally reusable and privately funded. Once fully functional, it will replace SpaceX's current fleet of orbital vehicles, including the Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, and Dragon. Predicted to make its debut in early 2023, if a launch license is obtained, it will have the biggest payload capacity of any orbital rocket ever constructed. Is SpaceX the new leader in space travel? A lot of people wonder why Elon Musk's space tech business has become a leader in the field overnight. Well, there are many reasons for SpaceX's quick success. First of all, SpaceX has accomplished a number of firsts in the field of space travel faster than most of its competitors, including NASA. Among these are the development of the first privately built liquid propellant rocket to reach orbit, as well as the launching, orbiting, and recovering of a spacecraft. SpaceX has also successfully launched a spacecraft to the International Space Station and scored the vertical propulsive landing of an orbital rocket booster. They have also succeeded in reusing the booster and have taken great strides in the launching of astronauts into orbit and to the International Space Station. Plus, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets have been successfully launched and landed over 100 times. Not too many space travel organizations can boast of accomplishing what SpaceX has done in the little time it did. And as they improve in their technologies, the better they can capture and explain all the weird phenomena their cameras and astronauts find in space. Online community finds UFO in SpaceX explosion video. Some outer space fanatics often add aliens to their stories because they find real life boring. Not long ago, images emerged of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket exploding during a test firing, and UFO believers took it as a call to action. US Launch Report, a nonprofit video production firm, acquired the best footage of the rocket explosion by using a zoom lens from a safe distance. And since its first upload on September 1st, 2022, the video has amassed approximately 5 million views on YouTube. As you can imagine, the comments on the video are full of fanatics' wild UFO theories. In the video, what you see in the sky is not a mirage. Far from it. If you play the video in slow motion, a black image will be seen flying across the screen from the right side toward the rocket on the platform. And before you can blink an eye, the Falcon 9 detonates. The mysterious object is speculated by viewers to be an extraterrestrial craft. Although going by the social media comments, no one knows what it is for sure. The image has wings and is taken into the air. To put it simply, it's something tangible and worth checking out. The image has been attributed to everything from aliens to a military drone strike, according to some of the more far-fetched claims circulating online. Some other, more probable explanations of what the flying image is included a bird, a fly captured in close proximity, or a flying disc. Some internet users have even called it a plane from a distant planet. Producer Mike Wagner at US Launch Report is a staunch believer that the flying image in the video was just a bird. And on Sunday, he posted this to Twitter, #SpaceXOddity. Evidently, all the UFO folks have never seen a bird. Watching the footage again while keeping track of the number of UFOs seen before and after the blast is an interesting mental exercise. There are more than 50 images in the air, the majority of which are birds flying far away, and some of which look to be insects flying rather near to the camera. This strange sighting makes the UFO attack scenario about as likely as an alien invasion. The truth about the space jellyfish photographed flying over the state of Georgia finally revealed. Waycross, Georgia, surveillance cameras caught a strange object tearing across the sky early on Thursday, May 5, 2022. Professor of Aerodynamics and Mechanical Engineering at the University of Texas at San Antonio, Chris Combs, tweeted that the bright, fast-moving object resembled a space jellyfish because of the luminous rectangular aura that followed it. However, this space jelly, as Combs pointed out, was actually a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket taking off from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, about 250 miles to the south of the camera. Every year, many rockets take off from Kennedy, but very few of them could be mistaken for a bioluminescent invertebrate in the night sky. So what exactly transpired here then? As far as Combs is concerned, it all comes down to a combination of physics and good timing. The lengthy, blobby body of the jellyfish, Combs explained, is actually just exhaust coming out of the Falcon 9 rocket engine nozzle. And because of the pressure gradient between the inside and exterior of the nozzle, the exhaust is shaped like a bulb. Underexpanded exhaust occurs when the gas leaving the nozzle of an internal combustion engine is pressurized to a higher level than the surrounding air. According to Combs, as soon as the rocket exhaust leaves the nozzle, its pressure reduces as it expands to equal the atmospheric background pressure. Combs also explained that in order to reduce pressure and blend in with the jellyfish in the backdrop, high-altitude exhaust with underexpanded exhaust has expansion fans installed at the nozzle's exit. So that clarifies what the blob is, but what about the light? According to Combs, this is a much easier riddle to solve, since it only requires careful timing. And since the rocket liftoff occurred at 5:45 a.m. local time on Thursday, the sun was just peeking over the horizon, lighting up the exhaust plume and making it stand out brilliantly against the night sky. Space jellyfish are simply a result of physics and impeccable timing, an elementary formula for a breathtaking view from above. If you want to view a real space jellyfish, you'll have to travel a bit further into space, about 300 million light years to be precise. The galaxy cluster Able 2877 is so far away that its ghostly silhouette may be seen swimming through space by astronomers using a radio telescope. According to prior reports from Live Science, the giant jelly in the sky is the consequence of a tremendous gas explosion, namely an eruption from a group of ancient black holes. I'm very sure the scientists at SpaceX know this, and hopefully Elon Musk and his team will be able to explain the weird image they captured late last year. Thanks for watching.